Again the same problem. Okay guys, now if you already take down, look at that, let me explain. Do you still remember what symbol is that? The r power of 2. Remember the r? From which formula guys? From which formula? Nothing much, we just learned one formula, okay, from this topic. Product movement, am I right? The first formula we learned is topic 3. So what we do here is, we take the answer from the product movement. Once you already calculate the long formula, we take that answer, then we power off 2, then times what? Times 100. Are we okay? So what do you get from that? We get a percentage, correct? Now what that percentage is for? Now like what I explained on the last formula, I told you the uses of the first formula, right? Now the uses of this formula, to see how many percent the y change because of what? X change. What I told you about y and x, which one is independent? X is independent, remember? Y is dependent, right? Y follow the X. So we calculate the percentage, shows that how many percent the Y change because of X change. 50% or 20%, how many percent of that? Okay? So why we need to calculate that? Because we want to see how the Y react, okay, towards the what? X, in other words. Okay, so that we can do something with the y. So far so good, guys? So normally they will use for what? Normally they use in the manufacturing company. Okay, manufacturing, because they will see how the variable. You know what is variable? You have learned that in your costing, am I right? Okay, variable overhead, production overhead, remember? So all these variables, how they react towards selling price, for example. Okay, so they will check how many percent it changed because of selling price change, for example. Am I right? We have learned that in the costing, correct? So we have to calculate all this to calculate the variability or the variance of what? The variables. You know what is variance? Changes. Okay? Difference. So what do you guys? Do you still remember costing? Okay. What's that? Good question. Now, can you do something for me? Can you calculate the long formula? I already taught you, am I right? Okay. Yeah. Hey, what's the time now? Huh? I know it's late. Guys, check your answer. Is it the total is correct? Is that right? The total? Check. Check, is that correct? What's the final answer? 0.95. But that's not really the final, am I right? Okay, we still have one more formula we have to calculate. That's the main one. Which is r squared times 100. So 0.95 power of 2 times 100. So you get 90.2%. So that will be the final answer. And don't forget, you also have to give comment. A short comment, but don't forget in your exam, always the y come first, then any what? X. Huh? What is the answer? Got the answer? All of you got the answer? Now let's go into the next formula, rank correlation. Okay, so that will be the last part of a correlation. Okay, so after the break we will go into the regression. And by the way, next class please bring graph paper. Okay, we have a graph in this topic, but I forgot to tell you in the last week. Okay guys, let me explain. Listen very carefully. Now what is this rank correlation? It is the same concept as the long formula that we did in the first topic 3, in the first formula. You remember the long formula? What I told you about that long formula, remember? Hello? The long formula. What is the use of the long formula? The product moment? What is the use of the long formula? To calculate what? The relationship, in other words, right? That is mean the correlation, correct? Okay? But the long formula, we calculate in a different way, correct? Here, still the same concept. We calculate the correlation, or in other words, the relationship, positive, negative, or no correlation. Still the same, but little bit different, the working. We're going to use ranking to calculate. Okay, that's the difference. This is much more easier than the long formula. Okay, much more easier. But there is a limitation on this formula. There is a limitation. Now, can you see the 6 over here in the formula? Okay, don't go and change in the exam, yeah? Okay, don't go and change 10, 11, 12. No, the 6 is fixed. Okay, don't go and change. That is the formula. Now, why the 6 is there? If you look at your formula book, what is the full name of this formula? Spearman, am I right? Spearman coefficient of rank correlation, right? Okay, the full name is Spearman. The Spearman is the person who invented this formula. Okay, who created this formula. Now that person says this formula only can identify or recognize 6 data. Okay, only can identify how many data? 6. Now what happens if it is more than 6? Not to say the answer is wrong, but it won't be so accurate. You still can go for 20 or 50 or 10, no problem. 10 data or 20 data, not a problem, but it won't be so accurate. 6 is the perfect. Okay, so that's the limitation of this formula, but it's so easy to calculate because just based on ranking. Okay, now how you do the ranking? That's why I put it here. We have 2 types of ranking over here. One is the ascending order, another one is what? Descending order. Now ascending means lowest to highest. Okay, you ranking from lowest to highest. Descending will be highest to lowest. But guys, for you, you don't need to worry about descending because I'm the one setting up the paper. Okay, so I won't give you descending. I only will give you what? Ascending order, lowest to highest. That's only for those who are going for external exam. LCC external exam. They might ask anything. They can ask ascending or they can ask descending. Anyone going? No, right? Okay, I don't think so. Now, Saya. Okay, now can we start? Okay, now how do you do the working first for rank correlation? You have to rank the both sales and profit first. That's the working you have to do. Okay, so what I told you about ranking, you do lowest to highest. Okay, so in your sales, what is the lowest value here? 15, so that will be number 1. Okay, that will be number 1. Next will be what? 25, then then 90, correct? So that's how you do the ranking. Easy, isn't it? Yeah, you just do the ranking, that's the working. Okay, now can you do the same thing for profit now? So for profit, which one is the first one? 20. Then 50. Then 55. Which 55? First one or second one? Together or separate? How it works? Which one comes first? Which 55? The first one. Why? Why you say first one? Why not second one? Same value, am I right? Then how you do it? Skip. No, it cannot be based on sales. You do ranking based on the profit. Tembak. So, mana satu mah tembak? Carry the board numbers can be 4. Can or not? Now, if you put board numbers number 4, is that will be tally. Do you will get 8 numbers? No, you won't get 8 numbers. You'll stop in 7. Am I right? Okay. So, how it works? Or do you want to start with 5? You want to skip 4? Can or not? Now you can't do that. You must give the same value for both numbers because both are the same value. So how you do that? We take an average. So it's supposed to be what? 4 and what? 5, am I right? Divide 2, you get 4.5. So over here 4.5, 4.5. Okay? Got it? Huh? It's supposed to be number 4 and number 5, correct? 55, 55, number 4, number 5. But you cannot give different ranking, am I right? Because both are the same value. So what you must do, you must give the same number. So we take the both numbers, divide 2, we give the average ranking. Okay, which is 4.5, 4.5. By end of the day, do we already use the 4 and 5? Yes, we already use the both and give them an average. Okay, if not, one of the value will merajo, right? Okay, yeah. Now, so you start with the next number is what? Yes, 6, definitely. 6, 7, 8. Now it's tally, right? Now, let me ask another question. If you have 3 same numbers, what do you do? 4 plus 5 plus 6 divided by with 3. Yes, remember that. Just put a note somewhere so that you won't forget. Okay? Next, find the difference. Now, when I say difference, what you should do? You should minus. Okay, what do? You take the first ranking minus the second ranking. For example, 5 minus 4.5. How much you get? 0. Then use calculator for this here. Okay, 0.5. Next, 0. Negative 1. Then 3 minus 4.5. Negative 1.5. 0, 2, 1, negative 1. Okay. Now 0.5 power of 2. How much you get? 0.2. How much you get? 0.25, right? 0, 1. Now, how I get 1? Now, even though you have a negative, when you power off 2, it becomes positive. Remember that. Okay? So, negative 1.5 power of 2, how much you get? Do you get 2.25? Yeah. 0, 4, 1, 1. So total, how much you get? How much you get? 1. Are you sure? Why you get 1? How you get 1? It's already have so many 1 there. 9.5, correct? Okay. Everyone get 9.5? Now why some of you giving blur loop? Because you still, when you power off 2, you still get negative, is it? Okay, it's not that way. I know that you will get negative because it's straight take from here. Okay, one more time, let's repeat the working. What do? You take, for example, you take 3 in your calculator. Take 3 minus 4.5. Do that in your calculator. Some of you never trust me. 3 minus 4.5 equal, you get negative, right? Straight away, what do? You press power of 2. Equal. Do you get positive answer? Yeah. That's why I say, just you have to know that's a basic maths, yeah? Okay? That's a basic maths you learn in Form 4, Form 5. So even though you have a negative, you may ignore when you power of 2 or you power of 3, you get positive answer. So once you get 9.5, put it into the formula. But please guys, don't go and change the 6 here. The 6 is fixed. Okay? 6 is the formula. So how much you get? 0.89. Then you give the comment still the same. How you follow the what? The long formula comment still the same. It's a correlation comment, but just change the name. Okay. Now 0.89 is a positive answer, alright? Strong positive or weak positive? Strong positive, right? Now, if you use the long formula in the same question, guys, okay, while taking that, let me explain. If you use the long formula in this same question, you will get almost the same answer. Nearest to what? 0.89 or maybe 0.9. Okay, I don't know, but it will be nearest. But end of the day, which one is more accurate? This formula or the long formula? Rank correlation or product movement? Which one is more accurate? Product movement is more accurate. Yeah, because there is a limitation just like what I told you just now, you only can calculate what? 6. If you want to calculate 30 or 50 data, do you want to use ranking? You won't get accurate answer. Because if you go out there in the practical world, okay, we won't have 6 data or 10 data here. We will have 100, 200, sometimes thousands of data. Okay, so how you want to calculate? You want to do ranking? No, you can't. Okay, you won't get accurate answer. So much with it? Are we okay with it? Yeah. So all this will come up for your class test. Okay, don't forget. I already give you a hint what will come up for your class test. The whole topic 3 will be coming up for your class test. Don't forget.